across words that you don't understand or you don't know how to pronounce, it is better for you to either write it down or for you to highlight it in the book if you don't mind, so that
Mari bersatu nyalakan masa depan kita.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. So today I'll be talking about how you can improve in speaking English. So the first tip is to read. I know reading is boring to most of us. I mean, I find reading a little boring, but it's really helpful, especially if you want to improve your grammar. What I used to do with my parents when I was younger is that they would give me a book, and with that book I have to read it out loud, slowly. So you don't read the book like, you know, how some people, they read the book, they read very fast, they don't pay attention to the words. Sometimes if they don't even know what the word means, they just skip it as long because they understand what is going on. But then to improve speaking English, you should read the book slowly, out loud, and you have to say the words one by one. It's going to improve pronunciation of words. Say you're not sure as to how this word is supposed to be pronounced, you can either look up on Google. When you search up the definition of a word in Google, you can actually find like this box up there that gives you the definition, and they have a speaker icon. When you click it, they will pronounce it for you. So you will know how you actually pronounce that word. If you feel like Google is not your best friend, you can also ask your English teacher for help. When you come across words that you don't understand or you don't know how to pronounce, it is better for you to either write it down or for you to highlight it in the book if you don't mind, so that the next time you come across that word, it is already in your head as to how you're going to pronounce it, what does it mean. This would also help you in your vocabulary. Now, the second tip is a bit weird for some people, but it really helps, I promise. So the second tip is talk to the mirror. I look crazy, I know. You will look crazy because you're talking to the mirror, alone, lonely, single. It helps improve your English. So when you talk to or in front of the mirror, you can either prepare a script or you want to talk spontaneously. When you're preparing a script, like what you did to the book, you read it out loud, slowly. You look at how your mouth pronounces these words. You should also look at your hand gestures, your body language when talking in front of the mirror. This method not only helps you improve in pronouncing things, helps you improve in terms of how you present yourself when you're talking. You can talk about a recipe that you have done today, that you learned from a TikTok video or Instagram. So just tell yourself in front of the mirror, okay? Hello everyone, even though you're the only person there. So today, I have done something productive. I have done dalgona coffee. Even if it's simple, even if it's just 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, it will help if you do it every day. Now, the next tip would be to watch a movie. This is by far the best tip I can ever give anyone because I know everyone likes to watch movies. I like to watch movies too. Tips on watching movies while improving your English, right? First of all, you can watch the movie with the subtitles in Bahasa Melayu just for you to understand the plots of the movie, you know, enjoy the movie, santai. You're just trying to understand the movie, the plots of it, what happens, what are the characters doing, those stuff. But then you should watch the same movie the second time with the subtitles in English. Scary? Because you already understand what the characters were saying and you understand what the characters are doing in that scene, therefore it's easy for you to understand the plot. Now just add it with, you know, a bit of a task, which is to understand the words that they say in English. Sometimes when people speak, you don't really understand, or maybe they're speaking way too fast and it sounds just gibberish to you. With the subtitles, you can actually understand one by one the words that they say, how they pronounce it. Well, it improves your speaking because I don't know if there's any scientific facts behind this, but once you're used to listening people speak in English and you know the words that they use, it kind of becomes like a normal thing in your head. You know how some English speakers just tell you that it's correct because it sounds correct? Well, this is the theory that applies. There are some movies that you can't really use as a movie to improve your English. Most movies nowadays have a very, well, you can say millennial kind of language. And there are also words nowadays that is, well, internet words that people, millennials, teenagers make up for them to use. Like for instance, when they say period, when they mean that's true, that's not an actual word that you can use in an essay. Internet language, or I would call it social media language, is not the best English for you to use. You can use it when communicating with your friends online, but then it won't be helpful if you're trying to improve your English. There are some movies that I would recommend. I found this online. I've also watched these movies, and I can assure you that these movies are what Google says it would do, which is improving your English. The first movie would be The King's Speech, which came out in 2010. So the characters in this movie speak understandable English. It's a bit fancy, but they speak very slowly, and I think it's understandable to most of you. The second movie would be Akila and the Bee, which came out in 2006. The third movie would be The Sound of Music, which came out in 1965. I really like this movie because The Sound of Music is musical. So yeah, now let me talk about Disney movies. Disney movies for me are also a good option if you want to improve English. Because Disney movies are made for children, usually the words that they use or how they communicate is something that is simple, understandable, since their target audience is the children anyways. For people who are starting to learn English or who wants to improve their English, these movies with simple lines, no complicated, no bombastic words, are very helpful. One favorite movie of mine would be Toy Story. Why do I say this? Well, in Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear and Woody, two toys in the movie, the way they speak is very clear, slow, it is understandable. I think Woody was played by Tom Hanks. The way he speaks is just clear, sharp, and understandable to people. Other movies would be like Notting Hill, that came out in 1999, Breakfast at Tiffany's, that came out in 1961, Devil Wears Prada, that came out in 2006, Forrest Gump, that came out in 1994. Another movie would be Jurassic World, that came out in 2015, if you want a more modern movie for you to watch. So tip number 4 would be listening to songs. I have mixed feelings about this actually. Listening to songs is a good way for you to improve your English because number 1, it's catchy. Number 2, it's easy for you to sing along. And number 3, you can find out words that you don't know by searching it up, and you can apply it in your daily life when you find out a new word from a lyric that you like. Why do I say I have mixed feelings about this? Some lyrics are actually grammatically incorrect. For instance, the Justin Bieber lyric, "My mama don't like you, but she likes everyone." It's supposed to be, "My mama doesn't like you, but she likes everyone." So this is why I actually have mixed feelings to learning English with song lyrics, but there are some good songs, like for instance Water Under the Bridge by Adele, which talks about a past lover of hers. Since water under the bridge is an idiom, you can easily understand the meaning of that idiom through her song. Since it is a sad song, the way Adele sings is slow and it's understandable for you. I would say songs can be used for starters, but then if you really want to improve, you can go back to tip number 1, number 2, and number 3. This is the last tip of today, which is to find friends to help you out. Some of us have friends that make fun of us when we're trying something new, when we're trying to improve. So when I say find friends to help you out, you actually find people who wants to learn English with you, who wants to improve their speaking English with you, can speak to each other in English, and that will help you improve because you're practicing every day. What if you don't have a friend who wants to speak English with you and you feel scared because everyone is judging you and they make fun of you and they feel like you acah-acah pandai, acah-acah ang mo, acah-acah orang putih. Kau tu orang Melayu, tak ya cakap English, apalah nak acah-acah. Kau tu orang Melayu, kau cakap je lah bahasa Melayu, bukanlah anak Melayu. Let me just tell you, are they really your friends? Well, if you're really a friend to someone, you would want them to improve. You would want them to get better, and same goes to you. They would want you to get better. To have friends is to have people who wants to build themselves with you, to improve, to become better, and strive together. And if that person is making fun of you for improving, or they insult you because you're trying to do something good, are they really your friends? Just a thought. I'm just putting it there. You don't have to feel attacked. If your heart is made of steel, even if you have friends that still make fun of you and you can't really change them because they're just like that, ignore it. I have a friend who spoke to me in English because he wanted to improve his English. Whenever his friends were around, they would make fun of him when trying to speak to me in English. But then he didn't care. He was like, I want to speak English to her, not you. And I'm trying to improve my English. So why? I don't care if you guys want to tell me anything. And that is a kind of mentality that I would salute, because you're trying to do something better for yourself. You're trying to improve. And whatever people tell you, you're just like, it's okay. I'm improving. You guys are not. You guys are doing nothing. I am improving myself. And that's a mindset that you need to have for you to improve yourself. I hope this video is helpful enough to help you improve speaking in English. Thank you. Bye.